could go back to talk to my younger self, I tell myself to invest smarter and not harder. In Nigeria, not every investment is worth your time. Not every investment is worth your money. And not every investment is worth your energy. Some of these investments will grow you actually, while some will just drain the life out of you. And I should know because I've been a banker, an asset manager, investment analyst for over 20 years. And trust me, I have seen things happen. In this video, I will share the best Nigerian investments and the ones that look attractive, but you should actually dust your slippers and run away from them. I have seen so many people make money, and I've also had clients who lost a lot of money and almost unalived themselves. So let's get into the truth that most people will not tell you because they have something to sell to you and have something to gain. Me, I'm not.
Let's talk about the real best and worst investments in Nigeria right now. Based on what I have seen after almost 2 decades in banking and asset management, for sure, if I could talk to my younger self, this, trust me, is the honest advice I would give myself because over the years, I have made so many mistakes in investments. I have also received my fair share of being scammed, losing monies for investments I thought were top-notch, clean, legally safe and secure, and at the end of the day, I got burnt. So basically, this is just to also advise other people, guide other people on the best and worst investments in the country at this point in time, and also what I would tell my younger self as a banker. Now, there are several wrong investments that can set you back for years. With all these Ponzi schemes, multi-level schemes, if you buy from one person, you get to move 3 steps forward or 4 steps forward. Now, I'm not telling you not to get involved if you wish to. However, there are certain risks in investments you must be made aware of to help you make an informed decision. Because making the wrong investments can set you back for years. You might recover the money, quite all right, but you cannot recover the time. You cannot also recover the stress, and you also can't recover the missed opportunities that you most likely would have used that funds to achieve for other things. And that is why I say not all profits are worth the risk, because some investments look good on the outside, but they're actually traps. By the time you've gotten in, you now realize it becomes a case of the more you look, the less you see. So the best investment is the one that actually fits your life and not just trend. So you must be very careful when you get people advising you about certain investments. What works for one person may not necessarily work for you. This is the wisdom here. So not all that glitters is gold. Not all opportunities are opportunities. Some are actually traps. You need to also do your due diligence before you get involved in any investment. It's not when you hear about some really crazy and loud profits, you quickly run and invest, and then at the end of the day, you lose money. Remember that high risk investments also have high level of loss. Low risk investments have low level of loss. So you need to take note of this. Now, here's the filter I use to judge any investment now. After years of being burnt, even as a banker, I have also lost money. And I can tell you that several bankers too have lost money because you can't know all the good sides and bad sides immediately. In some cases, you have to try and then find out that you've been scammed. But we need to make sure we avoid such things from repeating itself because you don't want to live your next 20, 30, 40 years of your life getting scammed all the time. We are here to build wealth and not lose it. So now the filter I use is I ask myself, first of all, is this investment safe? That's after making sure I'm doing the necessary research. I must research to know if it's safe. It's not by asking your friend if it's safe. They will always tell you if it's safe, especially if they're the one that introduced it to you. Is it simple? There has to be simplicity. Anything that has too much plus minus 100, this one, too much of calculation that is not easy for you to understand, is best you don't get involved. Another question I always ask myself is, can it scale over time? Scalability, can it scale? Because it should be able to scale. If it can't scale, then it's dead on arrival. And then the final one is it sustainable long term? Not all those businesses that once you register, that is the day the business will crash. I had some I got involved in, it was just like as if bad luck was following me. The minute I started my own investment, that was when everything packed up. That's to show you how fake and unoriginal the businesses were. So safety, simplicity, scalability, and sustainability are factors you need to know. If it doesn't check all four boxes, don't touch it. Me, I will not touch it. And I advise you, if it doesn't check all four, please dust your shoes and start running. Very, very important. Be ready to run. Now, the best investments, based on my own experience as a banker, asset manager, and investment manager, this one is perfect. Digital savings with real world assets. It includes the process of representing both physical and tangible assets like real estate, commodities, or even ownership in a business. So platforms like RiseVest, Cowrywise, and Bamboo Fixed Returns offer savings plans backed by real world assets. These are tested and trusted over time, and you can earn passively without daily trading or guesswork. You can do your own research and find out information about them, but these are platforms and organizations I have personally transacted with over years and have never lost a dime. So it's perfect for salary earners, new investors, or anyone who wants steady, low drama growth. You don't want high drama. You just want something that is not going to give you too much of stress and not, do so much of explanation. And the reason why it works is because it is low risk and it is passive. You'll be earning while you are sleeping. Now, the best investment number two I would advise my younger self to have gotten involved in earlier is agro partnerships. Tested and trusted. Agriculture is becoming or has been lucrative over the years. It's just that sometimes, especially for those of us in blue collar jobs, we tend to think, no, this is not something of interest, but you can never go wrong with food once you do it right and with the proper structure and strategy. Agriculture is still a gold mine even till now, and it will continue to be a gold mine because people cannot survive without food. But it must be done with structure. Like every other business, it also has the tendency of failure if you don't do the right thing. So platforms like Thrive Agric and Farm 360 are doing good work. So far, the feedback has been good. And like I say, before you invest, do your research, do your due diligence. You have to know this warning that these platforms must be insured and transparent. Any platform you're going to invest with, if you feel like they are not transparent, you don't have to deal with them. Like I said, if the grammar involved and the explanation involved is too much and too complicated for you, then it's best advised you let it go and do something else. But here's the key. Here is the key. If the numbers don't make sense, walk away. The numbers have to make sense. Now, best investment for me, number three, is dollar mutual funds. You earn in USD and you spend in Naira. Because these days, earning in Naira is not even cutting it anymore. Especially for salary earners, the take-home pay is no longer taking people to the bus stop. So and it's such a very powerful way of investing your funds and receiving returns. And it's been working for so many salary earners over the year. Like I always say, start small. You don't need to start with millions of naira. You can start with 10,000 naira, 20,000, and it will grow over time and give you interest. This is one of my favorite. I do more of this most of the times. It's one of my favorite low stress strategies, and you can earn in dollars while spending in naira, as I said before, and that's how you protect your wealth against inflation and currency drama. There's just too much currency drama going on. So when the naira is falling flat, some people will be having high blood pressure. But if you invest in this kind of thing, you know, banks do it, mutual funds do it, it's free and they're insured. So there's no issue of loss of money. Just look for capital protected mutual funds in USD. Anywhere you go, any bank you go, any mutual fund organization you go, tell them you want to invest in capital protected mutual funds in USD. And it's perfect for medium-term goals like school fees, relocation preparation, or even business expansion. Best investment for me, number 4, is scalable skills. It's everywhere now. People are trying to skill up. Skill up is the new gold now. It's the highest ROI. It's not stocks, it's not land, it's in you. Skills like data analysis, YouTube automation, digital marketing for businesses can turn you into an income machine. Yes, income machine. So your earning potential should not be stuck in the past. If the money is tight, invest in skills first. That is, if you can't do all those dollar and all those other ones, then invest in skills. So for me, for the worst one is if someone promises you 30% to 40% weekly returns, please dust your shoes and run. They don't have a license, they don't have protection, no real assets, all their properties are on lease, they don't own anything. That means they are ready to disappear at the drop of a pin. These schemes, once they don't have all these things, crypto in itself it's not evil, because I know you are asking that, but fake platforms using crypto as bait are so much. So you never really can tell which is fake or real unless you know how to do your groundwork. So if you can't verify their location, their team, or their track record, please, it is a red flag. Here's the mistake people don't talk about: buying into group real estate projects without proper title documents. No title documents, then you are heading for disaster. If there's no C of O, no site inspection, and no verified land partner, please run. Oh, don't touch it. Land doesn't equal security when the papers aren't clean. If the papers aren't clean, you're as good as not the owner. You're going to continue being in land disputes forever and never and ever. You could end up in a court case that will just never have an ending, and then you have to forfeit the money. And what betide you if the money is in millions? In fact, even if it's 10 naira, because as long as you worked hard for it, it's not something you want to lose. A business can be popular and still not be profitable, so you need to take notes. Uber fleets, for example, used to be gold, now oversaturated. Crypto mining used to work, now it's mostly scams because they're just everywhere. And even NFTs, people made so much money for it, but 90% lost it all. So don't chase trends, please. Build what will last. Don't get deceived by trends. Build what will last. Do your research. It's usually the most unglamorous businesses that are usually the best to get involved in. I mean, talking about palm oil, I'll use palm oil as an example. So unglamorous. Imagine investing in oil, palm oil, that red oil that they use in the kitchen to cook. And it's a lovely business as long as you get the structure right. So here's a simple rule I live by. If you can't explain an investment to a 15-year-old, don't put your money there. Simplicity equals safety. And once emotion gets involved, you need to be very, very careful. So good investments are clear, they are structured, and they are very boring. if it's too exciting, run. Bad ones feel urgent and emotional. That's your cue. There's so much pressure when it's bad. They just buy now or never buy again. Run away when you hear things like that. So if you want my personal list of vetted platforms and tools for smart investing, you can download the Smart Investment Starter Kit. All you need to do is to drop a comment for me, Smart Invest, either in the comment section or on Instagram. And if you want to ask questions or share your next move, you can join our Telegram community. Just drop a comment in the comment section as well, and I'll give you the link so that we can all grow together, and not just to grow together, to grow the smart way.
Here's the truth. Wealth doesn't come from high risk, high drama, those kind of investments that give you unnecessary high blood pressure. It comes from consistent, intentional, and smart investing. It may not look attractive, but if it is intentional, if it is smart, and if it safeguards you, then that is the best way to start investing. I hope this list helps you to dodge the bad ones and double down on the good ones. I'm rooting for you to win and invest the smart and safest and most sustainable way, because this is the money wise way. Let's grow. And if you want my full list of vetted platforms and smart ways to invest, send me a DM on Instagram. I'm rooting for you.